Today we're going to be tackling a project that's practical and rewarding, and that's installing a new ceiling fan. Not only can this help you save on your energy costs, but it'll also help you keep your room comfortable all year round. So let's get started. Now, before we remove the old light or the old fan, or for that matter, just install a new one, we want to make sure the power is shut off the box. The reason you need to shut off the box is because it's possible the wires will actually run to the junction box in the ceiling before the switch. And if that's the case, flipping it off the switch isn't necessarily going to disconnect all the power in that box. So you're still going to potentially have hot power there if you just flip it at the switch. So I always recommend coming back to the box and shutting it off there. Then take your voltage detector and just verify that you no longer have power. Now, if you got a bunch of older wires like I do here, it's a good idea to go back and just verify which one's the hot and which one's the neutral. Looking at this, they both are black. So I'm not sure. So I'm going to take my voltage detector here and just verify. So that's the neutral, that's the hot. And then I'm going to mark it somehow. So I just put some tape on this because, like I said, they do look very similar. And when I shut the power off, I'm not going to be able to verify which one is which. So I need to mark one. Now, along with making sure we have the right style of box, we want to make sure the box is actually secured properly to the ceiling joist. Now, there are bars you can buy that will connect to the box and secure it to the ceiling joist. You could put a piece of wood in and secure that to the ceiling joist and then secure the box to it. There's different options for that, but you just want to make sure that this box is not going to come loose when it's holding the weight of the fan or when it's vibrating from the fan. Now we can go ahead and start putting the fan together. Now, the other thing I like to do right now is to go ahead and install my fan blades. The reason for that being is they don't add a lot of weight when they're on here, and just installing them right now can be a lot easier than trying to install them above your head where you're going to be dropping screws, and it's very easy to lose one of those and usually only get one extra. So right now, in my opinion, is the time to install the fan blades. Now go ahead and do this with a regular drill, not your impact screwdriver. The reason behind it is because you can set your clutch here, and that way you don't strip out the screws and you can still do it quickly. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this up and just leave the last one for when it's up there. Now, another very common mistake is incorrect wiring. So make sure you pay attention to your instructions to understand how it's supposed to be wired. It really makes a difference if you have two switches or just one switch. So if you have one switch that controls both, you're going to wire it up differently than if you have two switches and one controls the fan and one controls the light. And that's another reason that I don't cut my wires that far back. I'll cut a little bit off just so it's easier to work with. But I want to make sure I've got enough up here to still get to both of these and connect them up properly. So let's go ahead and get these stripped. Now, as you'll see, this is not very long, but I know this is the active power, so I'm going to go ahead and wire this one up first. So go ahead and pull that off, and you'll see this is kind of a short wire. It's all right. It's still stranded wire, which is okay. But now usually when you get a fan, they're going to send wire nuts, just basic wire nuts with you. I recommend going to Wago 221s. It's just going to make it a lot easier to wire it up. And honestly, I think they hold a lot better. So in this instance where I've got only one switch, I need a 3 and a 2 because all my power for the fan and the light needs to go into the 3 and the other one needs to go in the 2. So let's get that wired up. Now I like to twist these if I can before. Just gives them a little bit more strength when you actually put them in. Now, at this point, if you did all but one fan blade like I did, now would be the time to go and install that last fan blade. And the reason I had done all but one was because it left a bigger gap for me to work and get up there when I'm actually wiring. This is also a good opportunity to just go back through, just verify all your screws are tight here and all the fan blades are good. Now we're going to go ahead and install the light here. Now, whether you're installing the light or just the cover, so you don't actually need the light, in both instances, they're going to most likely have a switch box. This is going to be what controls the seasons on your fan, what direction it spins. And again, this is what allows you to control the speed of your fan. So in either case, you're going to have this installed. It's pretty easy to install. We want to remove these 3 screws, and then you're going to have a terminal connector like this. And this is going to connect pretty easily. There should be clear indicators on the side on what goes where. Otherwise, if it clips like this one, you can see there's a clip here and a clip here. So you push that together and it'll clip in place. But otherwise, there's a couple of pink indicators as well that are going to show where things to go together. It's clearly defined on there how it's going to snap together. So it shouldn't be too difficult. But we'll take this apart. If you only install 4 out of 5 fan blades, you're not going to want to install the switch box. And again, this is one of those pieces that you could actually install before you hung it up, as it doesn't weigh a lot, doesn't add a lot of extra weight, but you're going to want to make sure you have all your fan blades installed. And you're going to put the wires through the center there, connect up your terminals, and then connect the plate. Now, really, that's pretty much all there is to it. But I will say I have another video on how to actually put this together on the ground and then hang it. So you could go that direction either. If that's the case, click on the link at the end of the video or check in the description below. But either way, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And let us know what you thought about the video in the comment section below. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.